And we are back with another banger. Today we are talking about Comet Capital that denied a client's 119,000 Rand withdrawal based on one technicality. Here's the catch though, that technicality is so unclear that the client never understood it. I managed to get some screenshots before he took them off Instagram. Let's go through them and I'll drop my commentary afterwards. FBI, open up! Yeah, we got screenshot 1, and this is after the client made a withdrawal. We regret to inform you that your recent payout request has been rejected. Here are the details of your payout request. The account number is provided. The amount is 119,523 Rand and 57 cents. The reason is a consistency rule violation. Really unclear to me. For questions or further assistance, reach out to our support team. Thank you for understanding. Best regards, Comet Capital team. Upon the withdrawal being rejected, his account also got cancelled. As a result of the violation detected on your account has been cancelled and all associated positions have been closed. Penalty, account cancellation. They give the account number for the account that is being penalized. They give the date and they give further commentary. Consistency rule violation. We understand the gravity of the situation and the potential impact it may have on your trading activities. Our priority is to ensure compliance and maintain the integrity of our platform for all users. If you need further assistance, please reach out to our dedicated support team. Best regards, Comet Capital. Moving right along, as you can see, the client then requested some further assistance in explaining that consistency rule violation. I would really appreciate it if this consistency rule is explained on my account. I literally made sure I do not make more than 40% of my overall profits. So as you guys can see there, this client really thought that he is being penalized because his overall profits on his account is more than 40%. I made sure all my trades are also older than 10 minutes. I see prop firms are also implementing this time rule now that you have to have a position open for longer than 10 minutes, which is bogus to me, but alright. Please kindly explain to me where I was inconsistent. Are you counting profits of closed account? On IM, that is obviously the user now. All my other trades were not more than 40% of my total profits. And here you can see, this was when the client was still under the impression that the 40% counts for the overall profits, right? And if you do the math, you will see that 40% of 4 million Rand is actually 1.6 million Rand. And here you can see he's nowhere close to that. So I kind of feel him because it seems like the consistency rule isn't that clear at all. Here is the consistency rule in its full glory. And after this, you can let me know if you understand it, okay? Party A, most profitable trade or profitable day cannot exceed more than 40% of the total profit on the day of withdrawal. To ensure safe and responsible trading practices, violating this rule will result in the trading account being terminated without a possibility of a refund or reset to the challenge stage. So now, as far as I understand it, right, it seems like the 40% that you are to withdraw, like, no, let me not assume things. Let me go further because even I'm confused at this point. The client then uploads this because, I mean, he's confused at this point. Do you blame him? I don't blame him. According to the management, the violation is on me withdrawing more than 40% of my total profits. Not in trading. I violated by withdrawing more than 40% of my total profits. Now, when he reached out to the owner of Comet Capital, the owner told him flat out, you are busy spreading misinformation because it is not true. If you want to withdraw more than 40% of your profits, then you may do so. Going further, this client then said, nah man, I still don't understand what's happening here. And to be honest, I also don't understand what's happening here yet, right? Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section. But this client then approached the support team on Instagram, right? Here you guys can see, good morning, Comet support. I have a question on the 40% consistency rule. Can you please explain that a bit for me? Especially balancing the daily withdrawal. What happens if I decide to only open one position per day and close it? Comment support response, good day, I trust that you are well. The 40% consistency rule means your most profitable day can't be more than 40% of your total profit. Now, I think the responses here is also a little bit unclear. If you only trade once per day, just make sure your profits are spread out evenly to avoid breaching the rule. In this response, no mention is being made of the withdrawal here yet. You said I can't make more than 40% of my total profit, so my first trade activated my total profit. Starting balance is not mentioned as profit made. My contract doesn't say I must not make more than 40% of my starting balance. It only says I can't make more than 40% of my total profits, not balance. Please. Are you saying I should have made less than 40% of my starting balance? To which the comment support responds, the rule states that no more than 40% of your withdrawal cannot be from more than one trading day from account start date or previous withdrawal. Now, although that is also a little bit confusing to me, I think the support is trying to say here, and you guys can let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section if you have a differing view. But I believe support is busy saying here, if you make a withdrawal, then 40% or more than 40% of your withdrawal, right, cannot come from what has been made in one day. Like I think I'm catching it here, right? And if that is what Comet is trying to say, please, if you're the owner and watching this, my bro, please make it a little bit clearer, man. Because now this client can't get another account, I believe, or the account won't be reset, which means he needs to then start over with new challenges and stuff. I don't know if he will even be able to open new accounts with you guys, but you know, that is for you guys to figure out. But concerning this one term and conditions, this 2.12, please, man, make it a little bit more understanding, because I really wrecked my brain trying to figure out what was said there. Moving right along, the client said, please check this for me. If you were in my position, would you have known that I must not make more than 40% of my starting balance? To which Comet support in response, profit not starting balance. So it's all worked out on profit. The thing that the client asked Comet support to check was that 2.12 consistency rule violation. So now here comes another explanation, because the client asked for a review of what is happening here. The outcomes hasn't been satisfactory for him, and I mean for me also, if you tell me I can't get 119,000 rand that I have rightfully made, then I would at least like a reason, whatever the reason may be, to be explained in such a way that I at least understand what's happening. So here you can see Comet Capital then says, good day, I trust that you are well. Please note that upon reviewing your profile, we have found that you made 143,389 rand and 16 cents total profit, but 132,067 rand came from day one. That's 92% of your total, which is above the 40% maximum. Since the consistency rule only allows a maximum of 40% from one day in the funded phase, this violates the rule. To stay compliant, spread your profits more evenly across multiple days or trades. And yet again, no withdrawal is being mentioned, number one. And then when you look at this paragraph over here, now I'm just going to repeat it. Please note that upon reviewing your profile, we have found that you made 143,389 rand and 16 cents total profit, but 132,067 rand came from day one. That's 92% of your total, which is above the 40% maximum. Now keep in mind, this person's withdrawal was 119,000 rand and some odds, but it is not being mentioned here. Withdrawal is not being mentioned here, and that is what is throwing me, the client, and I bet you as the viewer off as well. If if you guys maybe understand what is being said here, and you can maybe explain it to me in the comment section as if I'm a 5-year-old, I would sincerely appreciate it. But again, this is really confusing because this makes it seem like it is said that you cannot make more than 40% profit overall on your account. And if that is the rule, then why do we not see that here? You understand? Everything is just so confusing, man. Everything is just so confusing. But like I said, when I came to the conclusion, where's that screenshot now? When I came to the conclusion with this one here, right, where it said that when you want to make a withdrawal, right, not more than 40% of the profits of that withdrawal must come from one trading day, right? So if it is like that, and let me just clarify how I understand it a little bit, right? Because yeah, you guys can see total profit that he made was 143,000, right? So the withdrawal that he tried making, as you can see here, is 119,523 rand. So that is more than 40% of what was made on one trading day. That is how I am coming around to understanding it. But now here's my thing, my bro. If that is the reason, why isn't it that clear, and why did I have to break my head so long trying to figure out what this consistency rule violation 2.12 is? I'm really gonna need the business owners and the people that is writing these rules to make it clear enough for the clients to understand. And then secondly, for the clients, I'm gonna need you guys to take me seriously when I say read your terms and conditions before you start investing. Because when you have invested, when you have bought your account and you have tried to make withdrawals, things like this can happen if you do not understand the terms and conditions. But if you have read it before you've opened an account and you've gotten clarity before you started trading with them, you could have made the decision to be like, okay, now I can sit with this specific rule and I can still trade around it, I can still work with it. Or you can say, Kekinai, these terms and conditions is not for me. Let me find something that is a little bit more suitable for my needs. And that is also what I'm trying to say. As much as I'm trying to hold the prop firm accountable for an unclear terms and conditions, I'm also holding you guys as the users accountable for not reading through the terms and conditions, for not reading through the rules, for not reading through the violations. Because if you guys did, less of you would come across situations like this. Understanding what you are working with is the best way forward in avoiding mistakes. In conclusion, for me, that consistency rule is a little bit unclear, and I'm gonna need owners to take accountability for that. Let's lose the jargon that makes people confused and put things straightforward as it is. And then for you guys as the users, you guys also need to start taking accountability for signing up wherever, whenever, however, without reading your terms and conditions, your violations policies, and your refund policies. That is the most important stuff you need to know before signing up with these prop firms. And if you haven't, you're also gonna have to take accountability for your actions one way or another. And I mean, losing accounts, losing 119,000 rand. Come on guys, that's not how you learn a lesson. You guys as the consumer can do better too. That is just my opinion on the matter, but I'm really keen to hear what you guys have to say. The comment section is open. It has always been open and it will forever be open. Please let me know. What do you guys think about all of this? I'm looking forward to your comments in the comment section. Thank you for joining. I'll see you guys in my next video. Cheers.